I want to quickly shift focus to the other big political developing story that we're tracking very closely, and that is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid out the blueprint for 2024 for the Bharatiya Janata Party cadre at the National Executive. The biggest news coming in from the National Executive today is the extension that has been given to Mr. JP Nadda until next year post the general elections. So one thing is clear, that the BJP will fight 2024 under the presidency of the Bharatiya Janata Party of Mr. JP Nadda. The two-day National Executive meeting concluded with the Prime Minister Modi's big message to its cadre. The Prime Minister in the meeting of the National Executive gave directions to strengthen the organization in villages near the borders and strengthen the booth to create new workers as well.
एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत इस संकल्प को दोहराते हुए हमारे सारे राज्य एक दूसरे के साथ समन्वय करें, एक दूसरे के भाषा को, कल्चर को हम किस प्रकार से अपनाएं, किस प्रकार से उसके साथ हम लोग एक भावनात्मक रूप से जुड़े, इसके भी कार्यक्रम हो। जिस प्रकार से काशी में तमिल संगमम हुआ, उसी प्रकार से हम लोग अलग अलग भाषाओं को साथ में लेकर इस भारत को एक भारत के रूप में कैसे तैयार करें, ये भी बात उन्होंने हम सबके सामने रखी।
And like I pointed out in its biggest political announcement of the National Executive, the BJP appointed Mr. JP Nadda as the president. An extension, of course, was given to him. He is currently the president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Nadda will remain as the BJP chief till June 2024, which effectively means that the BJP will fight the general elections 2024 under his leadership as president. The announcement was made by Home Minister Amit Shah on day 2 of the National Executive. The decision is being seen as part of BJP's strategy for an election year where 9 states will go to polls, keeping in mind the Lok Sabha election slated next. Amit Shah said the party has had the highest strike rate under Mr. Nadda, who led the BJP to win key state elections, and that it was Rajnath Singh who had proposed the extension of Mr. JP Nadda.
कई बार भूतकाल में भी इस प्रकार के अलग अलग मौकों के कारण राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के कार्यकाल को एक्सटेंशन दिया गया। इसी परंपरा का अनुसरण करते हुए श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी ने आज सर्वानुमत प्रस्ताव किया है। श्री राजनाथ सिंह जी ने इस प्रस्ताव को रखा और सभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सदस्यों ने इसको सहर्ष हर्ष ध्वनि के साथ सर्वानुमत से स्वीकार किया है कि जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को जून 2024 तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष के रूप में इनके कार्यकाल को बढ़ोतरी की जाए।
Connecting to our consulting editor, Rahul Shrivastava, who's joining me live with the very latest. Rahul, expected announcement. It was expected that Mr. JP Nadda would be given an extension. What's also interesting in all of this is, while so much deliberation on Mr. Kharge's appointment over election selection, not much here, quite clear.
Yes, Preeti, because the basic idea that Mr. Nadda will be given an extension, the decision was taken earlier at other levels, that is the parliamentary board and others. So basically it is largely an extension decision which has been taken. And remember that even if there is an election exercise, the decision to give an extension has been taken largely because the membership list and the membership drive and several other exercises for which all the state committees and everything needs to be in place through a due election process are not in place, and that is why this extension. But yes, I think it's more of a working relationship which has been created, because I think Mr. Amit Shah and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have settled in terms of working equations with JP Nadda, and I think it's brought them dividends. If one looks at it, the manner in which Nadda has carried out the exercise of running the party while Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the face and Amit Shah is the strategist. I think one of the biggest stories also in this meet is what the Prime Minister has said. I think the Prime Minister definitely has given a call that is just 400 days left for 2024 elections. I think that's a clear message for all the party cadres to sit up, take note and start working for 2024. But I think there is also a tone that the Prime Minister has set in reaction to the Bharat Jodo Yatra and the criticism that the BJP and the Prime Minister have been facing for what is being called as exclusivist policies in terms of alienating segments of the society. And I think if you see what the Prime Minister said repeatedly, that this is perhaps the best opportunity for India and the BJP to work harder as far as the nation and the Vikas, the growth story is concerned, but also he has said that everybody should work, that more and more segments join us, irrespective of the demand for votes and elections. I think that's one very, very strong statement the Prime Minister made to counter the charge that was being made against him and his party.
Appreciate you joining us, Rahul. We're going to continue to come back for more. And it's for no reason that the Bharatiya Janata Party is called the best election machine, or with the best election machinery in its arsenal going ahead. 9 states going to elections this year. Litmus test for Mr. Nadda as well, as the BJP builds up to the big general elections in 2024. Most political analysts already given the pole position to the BJP when it comes down to 2024, even though it's still a year away.